Hello everybody, Master here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Underworld. In the previous episode, we start off our explorations through the Midgard Serpent. In today's video, we're going to finish it off once and for all. Kind of. Alright, so as a reminder, if you didn't watch the previous episode, if you're going for 100% completion, you should have 42 artifacts before continuing on through this area. If not, you do have another chance to go back and grab those rewards that are inside the temple itself, but the ones outside, you're kind of out of luck when it comes to those ones. But what we can do is that we can grab our first one up here, and as you can see with the rocks in the way, actually wait. Never mind, what I was thinking is actually beyond these rocks a little bit. I'm dumb, I'm sorry. Alright then, so we want to continue on down here, and I believe the next reward is somewhere around these pile of rocks. So, after we go over here, I don't know why Laura herself wasn't modeled in that cutscene, but the motorcycle was. That's a little bit weird. But, next thing you want to do is grab this jaguar head, because it may be important for something a little bit later. Alright, so before we do anything else, I was looking at my notes while I was going through that, and we did miss a reward. Like, this reward is kind of weirdly placed. It's not in this jar, I know that, because it's not the right design, but I'm just going to take my anger out on this jar anyway, because it deserves it. But somewhere around here. Yep, there it is. I found the thing. It shall be mine. It is shiny. Alright. Yeah, it's really hard keeping track of where all these rewards are, because like I said, there's like 20 of them alone in this one level, and this level is long enough as it is, so it's really hard to keep track of everything. So I do apologize if I forget a couple things here and there, but the next jar thingy we'll be collecting somewhere around here. And we can continue on our merry way through our path of glory, and we unfortunately have to leave behind our motorcycle for now. How sad.
The Midgard Serpent Jormungandr that lies on the bottom of the ocean, encircling all the world. Coming of Ragnarok, Jormungandr thrashes beneath the sea, flooding the land and vomiting its deadly poison into the air. The final battle of the gods. Thor kills Jormungandr with his hammer, Mjolnir, but then he retreats only 9 steps before he succumbs to the serpent's venom.
There's another jar right here. Right there. There it is. Alright, so I really love this right here, how they have the story of Ragnarok carved into the walls. That's a really good attention to detail, and I always really liked that cutscene.
Midgard Serpent. All these ancient sites inspired underworld myths in later cultures. Perhaps because they were all protected by the Walking Dead.
Alright, so going over here, we're going to be facing some enemies that may seem a little bit familiar from Craft Matter. These are thralls. These are here as a tiger thrall, so that's not going to be all that nice. And as you may recall from when I was describing how these enemies worked in the previous episode, after they take enough damage, they'll collapse, and they'll start regenerating their health. You want to destroy the skeleton before they have a chance to get back up, otherwise they'll come back to life and you're not going to have a nice day. But there's actually a couple ways you could take them out faster. You could do the adrenaline headshot to take them out instantly. Shotguns would also take them out quickly if you're up close. And you also probably want to use a weapon that's not the dual pistols, like maybe either the submachine guns or the assault rifle to take them out, because we're going to be facing a lot of these enemies. We're going to be facing a lot of them up close. Like a lot of them in a row. Like we're encountering 3 right now, so this is probably not a very good situation. We could rush through this area and not have to worry about these guys at all, but where's the fun in that? Okay, I'm just gonna do Excuse me? You interrupted my path of awesomeness, good sir, or madam. I can't tell, you're a skeleton. Alright, another way you can take these enemies out quickly is by using a grenade, the grenade. That will blow them up, as well as destroy all the thralls in their general vicinity. And something about the Weavers, and we're probably going into this a little bit more in detail when... oh, come on, they're still coming! These enemies never give up! Alright, so... something about the Weavers is that the Weavers does kind of a terrible job of explaining how you can defeat these enemies for good. So I remember in my first playthrough, I relied only on the grenades to destroy them, and there's only a finite amount of grenades in the game. So needless to say, it was really interesting when they completely ran out. I'll just say that right now. So, we want to go over here. There's a shortcut we can activate if we go this way for a moment. It's not completely necessary that you do this, but I just want to demonstrate it anyway because I'm nice. If we go over here... come on, go this way. Stop it. You go this way. Okay, there we go. If we go over here, there's a grappling ring we can activate down there, which we can use to pull the thing closer to us, and you can actually jump down there and land on that thing, and you'll be perfectly fine if you jump correctly. I'm not going to be risking it, however, because I don't trust myself to do that perfectly, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is right now, and we're going to continue going through here the lame, boring way. Alright then, so let's go over here, and I gotta say, I absolutely love how the rock work looks in this game. Like, I've praised this game's visual style plenty of times before, but man, this is just such a beautiful game. Hooray for editing, because I didn't do a jump correctly. Alright, so the thing about this area is that you want to kind of plan out your jumps at a time, because these platforms are going to be crumbling pretty quickly. And the thing about this is that you definitely don't want to stay on these for too long, because you'll fall into the ether, and that is instant death, so you definitely don't want to experience that. Alright, so there are 2 more wards. There's another reward around here that I want to go get. How many wards is still? Oh, there's only 2 more left. Wow, that's pretty cool. The next reward is a little ways away from us right now, so you definitely want to be careful. Hey! I didn't mean to fall off that. I was trying to go faster. You can also press the LB button to sprint across these if you want to. So that's going to be pretty handy as well. I always forget the sprint button exists. I'm bad at this game. Alright then. There's going to be another wave of thralls that we want to take care of. You can switch back over to the submachine gun if you want to. You can also kick them down to make it easier on yourself to destroy the thing already. There we go. Alright. Yeah, you can also kick these enemies down to make it easier on yourself to destroy them. This is good for you. There's just so many of these enemies, and that's one of the bigger reasons why they can get really challenging really quickly. This is kind of a weird difficulty spike, to be completely honest, because, well, that pretty much sums up my feelings. It's a weird difficulty spike. There's not really a better way to word that. Alright, we're going to want to jump across these walls and jump backwards. That's kind of a blind jump, and I'm not really a big fan of that one. But we just go through here, and somewhere around here should be a reward, I think. Might just be the health pack I'm thinking of, but I just want to look around this area anyway to make sure I'm not missing anything. Looks like we're fine, so without further ado, we're not going to make that jump. Let's go down a little bit further. When I was practicing for this level, something kind of weird was that a thrall skull was spawned in the middle of the air right there, and it was just kind of weird because it was like floating around, kind of judging us or something like that. I don't know what it was doing, but it was a really weird graphical glitch, and it was kind of amusing. Right, we activated the shortcut. So yeah, from the higher ledge, you can technically jump down here to take off a few seconds, but there's no time trials in this game, so there's not really much of a point unless you want to go for speedrunning things. But in which case, there's probably like some better way to go to this area quicker. It's just a nice little shortcut, is all. Get away from me! I'm trying to collect some rewards here, good sir. Or madam. I still can't tell because you're a skeleton. It's kind of hard to tell the gender of a skeleton. Not that I'm judging or anything like that. Stop it. There we go. I gotta say, the amount of detail in these thralls is actually really disturbing. I mean, kudos to the people who made these models because, wow, these look pretty good. But the amount of detail, like I said, is honestly kind of frightening. Looks like we're completely out of the submachine gun weapon, so I'm going to demonstrate something that I have not demonstrated yet. Switching weapons. So yeah, you have access to all of these weapons. Don't use these two. These are completely useless against thralls. You either want to use the assault rifle, a submachine gun, or the shotgun. I'm going to be using the assault rifle because it'll only target one enemy, which can make it a little bit easier to take down thralls faster. I always want to know if there's a way that I can make it so that Laura stands on top of that pole when the cutscene triggers. I've never been able to pull it off, but if somebody can do that, can you send me a video of that? I would love to see it. Alright, so I'm just going to look over our notes. It looks like we have enough rewards. So without further ado, let's continue on our way through our merry way of our path of glory, and that was a very poorly worded way to do my catchphrase. I apologize for that. Alright, so there's going to be another thrall that will be appearing in this area. I gotta say, I really love how they incorporated these from the mythology. If you've been paying attention to the ends... Excuse me? You did not just taunt me. That was totally a taunt right there. That's just rude. Okay, I want to make sure we have enough awards. 47? Okay, there's one more in this level. So what I was trying to say a moment ago is, I really love how they incorporated the thralls from Norse mythology into the gameplay. Because if you've been paying attention to the end screens, then you should know that these are based off a story where Thor was traveling around and he had two thralls with him, and he can cook and eat them every night as long as he didn't damage their skeletons. And I just really think that's really fascinating how they incorporated that part of the mythology into an enemy design. It's just really cool. And I gotta say, this is a very random place to say this, but I want to give a huge shout out to fellow Let's Player, TheOtakuArtist, who's been doing voice acting work on those end screens. I don't say this enough, but I really greatly appreciate you helping me out with this Let's Play. Alright, so I do apologize if I keep pausing the game to look over my notes. The way I usually write my notes is I type it all vague and cryptic like, so that just barely vague enough so that I can understand what's going on. I do that so that it doesn't take up too much space on a notepad file, so that I don't have to read too much when I'm recording these videos, because I want to be able to like quickly glance at my notes for like a few seconds and then know what I'm supposed to be doing so that I can continue the gameplay normally. But the problem with that is that this is a bit of a more complicated game, so that probably wasn't the best idea in the world to write the notes for the artifacts all vague like, so I'll probably not do that ever again. But now that we've taken care of that, our end goal is near. We can climb up here and jump towards our goal. Wait, is this the right platform? Yeah, this is the right platform. Can you jump when I press the A button, please? Okay, so we're going to be going through there, and we're going to this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this video of Tomb Raider Underworld, and until next time, Midgard to you. Oh yeah.
Layers Revisited Just like I saw in Thailand, this is another example of an old culture building over a more ancient one. This architecture the Maya built upon is of the same style and age as what I found in Niflheim, and also beneath Bhagavati, Thailand. Perhaps the Hindu put Shiva and Kali over the ruins there to seal them up, possibly to protect themselves from the lower ruins, as they were infested with tiger thralls like those father brought back with him. Ragnarok. Norse myth holds that the world will end in the epic battle of Ragnarok, which will result in the death of the gods and monsters and the destruction of civilization. Figuring prominently in this eschatological myth is Jormungandr, the Midgard Serpent, which is so large that it encircles the entire world on the bottom of the ocean. During Ragnarok, the Midgard Serpent rises up, causing floods and spewing its poison into the air. Thor will use Mjolnir to kill Jormungandr, but will also die from the serpent's venom.